He is Director of Education too in our foundation. And next to Mr. Zainal, we have Mr. Agus. Mr. Agus is the principal of senior high school. Yes, and next to Mr. Agus, we have Mr. Syahrul. Mr. Syahrul is the principal of junior high school. Yes, and then next to Mr. Syahrul, we have Mr. Ahmad. Mr. Ahmad is the vice principal in the elementary school. And then also next to Mr. Ahmad, we have Miss Anna, also as the vice principal of kindergarten. And we do not only have one vice principal in our school. We have about 3 or 4 vice principal, and then both next to Miss Anna we have Miss Baya also as the vice principal, and also Miss Harni also as the vice principal. So in our school we have more than one vice principal that handle about the students, curriculum, about the public relation, and also about any facilities in our school. Yeah, so that is the thing. And then we have also the staff and many crew of our foundation that handle about the documentation right now. Yeah, and then we have also Mr. Ismail here as the vice principal of public relation in junior high school. Yes. And then some of us, just like me, and also Mr. Alam, and here we have Mr. Yusuf is the teacher. Yeah, Mr. Yusuf is the teacher in senior high school. I am the teacher in junior high school, and Mr. Alam is the teacher in elementary school. Next to Mr. Alam, we have Mr. Anas. Yes, Mr. Anas is the vice principal of elementary school. Yes, handling about the curriculum also. And then next to Mr. Anas? Yes, we have Miss Melissa. Miss Melissa also the vice principal in senior high school. Yeah, that handle about the student, the vice principal of the student. And then next to Miss Melissa, we have Miss Chia. Miss Chia is also the vice principal in the kindergarten. Next to Miss Chia, we have another one. Miss Ari. Yeah, Miss Ari. Yes, as a counseling teacher. Yeah, as a counseling teacher in our school. Next to Miss Ari. Yeah, Miss Melfi is the staff of our foundation. Our in a member of our foundation. Yeah, I think that's all. Okay, and then we have one of our students here as documentation. Yeah. Okay, so talking about our activity in the school, especially about your impression of our visit, you may also have some kind of discussion about something that you may ask, especially in the system of teaching and learning system, curriculum system, or even anything about our school that we can also discuss it here. Please, I give the chance to our guests to have it.
Okay, so your school have a lot of personnel actually, and we are happy that we have learned that you have those staff. So in our schools, from the district where the district supervisors are handling, they are monitoring schools. In some of the schools, especially schools with a big number of enrollment, we have principal also. Okay. Then we have department heads. So the department heads either a head teacher. So in the head teacher we have head teacher 3, 4, 5, 6. We have also principal 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the monitor or supervise learning areas. So there is a department head for English, department head for science, for math, for Filipino, and the other learning areas. So that is in the secondary, in the junior high school. Then for the senior high school, we have assistant principal who are also supervising the senior high school. But in the elementary, we have principal in the elementary, but there are no assistant or there are no vice principal. So the others, they are being handled by teacher in charge, or teacher in charge for those schools without principal. So we assign teachers who will be acting as a school principal. Okay. So for you, you have assistant teachers, but for us, we don't have. Okay. So we actually lack teachers in our district. So what the government is doing through our regional director, if you have met Ma'am Estela Carino, she worked with the government so that we could avail of provincial paid teachers who could also assist in the different schools, but actually they are handling classes. They are not assistant teachers, but they are handling full-time classes, teaching all the learning areas. Yes. So that's in our system in the Department of Education. So it's good for you because you have assistant teachers who could help in the curriculum, who could help in classroom management or on discipline. So in our case, the teacher handles everything. One teacher is handling the class of around 30 learners. 50. For the high school, there are more than 50 number of enrollees in one class being handled by one teacher. But as I have said a while ago, in the junior to senior high school that is based on specialization, so there is an advisor, but of course, the teacher who is major in English will be handling the English. And the other one will be all science. So it would be like this. So yeah, so it's based on departmentalization. Okay. So that's it for our curriculum. So in our case, we now monitor the activities of these schools based on their performances. Okay. If which of these learning area are our learners struggling or they find difficulty, so those are our focus. So especially if they are hard up or struggling in mathematics, we will do some kind of training for the teachers, for the school head, so that we could see if what are the struggles or weaknesses of our learners. So those are our bases. Aside from that, we have the assessment, results of the examinations, different examinations as our basis to see the needs of our learners. So that's it.
Okay, thank you very much for your sharing about the system and also the curriculum in the Philippines. Jadi Bapak Ibu sekalian, kalau di Filipina sebenarnya sama juga dengan Indonesia yang punya yang namanya sistem kepala sekolah, ya, dan juga ada juga di tingkatan MI atau tingkatan SD yang mana menghandle seluruh pelajaran dalam satu kelas. Dan juga tadi sudah disampaikan juga bahwa mereka terkadang kalau di Filipina ini ada juga beberapa guru yang memang guru-guru yang dibayar atau yang dipekerjakan oleh pihak provinsi untuk membantu, karena memang di Filipina ini kekurangan jumlah guru itu sendiri. Sehingga kalau misalnya menerapkan sistem asisten teacher seperti kita yang ada 2 orang di dalam satu kelas itu, mereka sangat kesulitan. Karena biasanya satu guru itu bisa menghandle 30 bahkan 50 sampai 60 siswa dalam satu ruangan, dan ruangannya biasanya bisa sebesar aula. Itu hanya satu guru saja yang menghandle. Oleh karenanya ada namanya tidak sama seperti ini supaya ada namanya studi banding yang bisa dilakukan seperti itu. Okay, so talking about every
There are also public schools.
this is actually
Kendari.
private school.
Yeah, this is private
Yeah.
school, and we also have public school in Kendari. Is there any difference in terms of curriculum implemented in private and public, and in terms of the staff?
Ya, Bapak Ibu sekalian, ada pertanyaan, apakah mungkin ada perbedaan antara kurikulum yang diterapkan di sekolah negeri dengan sekolah swasta, sekaligus juga dengan staf-stafnya, seperti itu. Silakan. Mr. Anwar.
School, very public school, very private school, and also sometimes like kesehatan. But especially for Musafi, because Musafi is handled by foundation, it means private school. It's not about our government. But about the curriculum, sometimes we use in nationality curriculum, and also combine between my own curriculum. Because sometimes we have to join at the last examination. So this examination is handled by our government. Of course, we have to study about public curriculum, like math, also science, or English, or maths, okay, English, and science. But especially for Islamic school, Islamic studies, sometimes we use our curriculum, right? About the price of principal, every level here, there are 3 price of principal. Yeah, especially for curriculum vice principal. So about the student vice principal. Also about all the tool, the material that we use at the school, it means we have one also in vice of principal. So how many vice in your school? Vice of principal, how many? Just one? One principal and one vice of principal.
That's it only for mostly for big schools in senior high school. So we have principal and there are vice principal. If not assistant principal, it may be the department heads. That vice principal.
And when you say department heads, they are still coming from those teachers who are teaching. That is an added load or added duty because they too are teaching. Teachers competency prepared by the Department of Education. But in the public schools, because we have so many religious peoples of the Republic, we can contextualize the curriculum. We have contextualization to conform to see that it depends on how the private school will do it, because they are private and they can have their own way of managing the school. In the Philippines, it is clustered. When we talk about Araling Panlipunan, edukasyon sa pagkakatao, that is values, edukasyon pangkabuhayan, technical vocational skills, it is taught in Filipino. And all the other format science in English, it is taught in English. Then, we tried using our mother tongue, especially in the lower grades, to teach the learners, but as a medium of, as a subject. no more. That is experimental curriculum for them. So it can be a medium of instruction in teaching the learners.
Curriculum in public school and also private school in Indonesia and also the Philippines. And also in Indonesia, perhaps the public school have to allow every some kind like rules or regulation about the curriculum which is made by the government, right? And then in the private school, we have to follow it, but we can do some kind of modification in the curriculum itself, especially some kind like in study, we also add more curriculum outside, beside the curriculum of the government. But for the obligation, we have to also implement the curriculum of the government, but we modify it by adding some of curriculum, especially for the international curriculum itself. Yes. Is there any kind of question again from you about the curriculum systematic or even about teaching learning in our school? Yeah. Our foundation can also answer it.
Okay, so good afternoon. So we do understand that for every classroom you have maybe like what do these two assistant teachers accomplish or do daily. So do you report daily for every classroom, every teacher? Yeah. Thank you.
Ya, Bapak Ibu sekalian, tadi Mr. Della Rosa menanyakan bahwa apa kira-kira tugas dari guru yang standby di kelas setiap harinya? Apakah dia harus juga melapor atau membuat laporan setiap harinya kepada pihak atasan atau pihak yayasan? Seperti itu. Kalau guru harus menjawabnya.
Good afternoon. I would like to ask your question about the information in our education. We have the three levels, elementary, secondary, and high level. So any different job. Yeah. In one class, there are for the elementary school there are three teachers. The first one, Islamic teacher. And the second one, science teacher, and last, KG teacher. They have job so different, yeah. But when the Islamic teacher not teacher in the class, he can support the team. Yeah, he can control the student, and then they can maybe when learner make the crowd in the class, they can say no, don't do that. This is each team can support the teacher teach in class. For the grade class, they can make the report to parent teacher, parent learner, parent student, make the give information maybe about the report development about student, about the character, and then about the bad activity in the class. The guiding teacher must give information, and then he must talking to the parent student that any problem, and then let's solve it together. Yeah, in the class we make the solve the problem, and then we want to support it at home. So, and then the science teacher will teach mathematics and science, like chemistry, physics, and then I think other science. Yeah. Then when the science teacher teach in the class, and then the Islamic teacher maybe stand up of behind the student, and then he must control student is not focused. We use three teachers in one class.
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah. So the main point of giving two standby teacher or assistant teacher in the classroom is actually for a teamwork in teaching learning process itself. Yeah, just like what my secretary has said before, that they are actually helping the lesson teacher when the lesson teacher is explaining the material in front of the student. So the two assistant teacher will go around and ask if student have some kind of like difficulty, if they don't know about the material, or they have some kind of like they need something, right? So the standby teacher or the supervisor, and the assistant teacher can help them. And sometimes if it's not only two teachers, it can be about three because they also put the counseling teacher in one classroom. Yeah, so they can also assist the student. And not only about that one, because we believe that assessment is not only about the formative and summative, we also assess especially for the daily performance and attitude of our students. Because we believe that the job of teacher is not only teaching, but also educating and also directing our students to a really good attitude that they can apply in their real life. So that's why teacher in the classroom should teach and also direct our student about the attitude itself. Yeah, so we have our teacher standby, and it can be like a really good idea to provide or to avoid some kind of like bullying, for example, right? Because teachers stand by and watch the student in the classroom. So perhaps you can also compare to the public school. If you go to public school, you will feel there are so many crowded students in the classroom, just like what my secretary said before. But if you visit Umusabri, there is no crowded class like that one because the teacher supervise, monitor, and watch the student in the classroom. Yeah, that's to teach them about the attitude to study and learn in a really quiet way, so they can absorb the material easily. Yes. Is there anything?
Is it the same with the public school here?
So those teachers who are sport teachers, example the three teachers will only stay in one classroom, or the others of those support teachers will also go to other classes, or just stay in one class.
I give the chance to answer it, perhaps from the principal or the member of creation, or our staff and also teachers.
Different person.
Yeah.
Okay, I think any some teacher can move class. But I think special subject. But there are two teachers must stay in class.
And the other more
Yeah.
Also called a relieving teacher actually. Our relieving teacher those are specialization in English, English, science or math. So if you are a science teacher example, you can relieve, or you as a relieving teacher, you can teach in grade 4, grade 5, grade 6. So she will be moving. But of course, in your case, the advisor will still remain inside the classroom. But for us, the relieving teacher will handle the class,
And the advisor will get out in another class. That's why there is only one teacher inside the classroom. But for you, the support teacher, example mathematics, she will handle the class, and the teacher will still, the advisor will still stay to help in the classroom physically. Yeah? Okay, so that's it. So in our case, we call that relieving teacher. So she moved from one grade to the other, using or teaching his or her specialization. If she is his or her specialization is English, math, or science, she will be teaching math in grade 5, 5th grade, 4th grade in 6th grade. So she will be moving.
Ya, kalau Bapak sekalian, tadi mungkin yang dijelaskan bahwa kalau di sana mungkin ada seperti guru mapel ya, yang dimana guru mapelnya ini pindah-pindah dari satu kelas ke kelas yang lain. Ya, mungkin kalau di sini ada dua ya, guru mapel dan guru kelas seperti itu. Yes, actually especially in our school, we also have some kind of like teacher who is moving from one class to another class, but it is different with the class who stay in the classroom. Teacher who stay in the classroom only teaching in that classroom, and this is some kind of like special teacher, especially for the need of the class itself. For example, in Umusabri we have 4 different classes. The first one is Cibur classes. This is the class that focus on about the science and also the religion. So the teacher who stay in the classroom should be the science, mathematics, or even religion teacher. We can't put, for example, social science teacher or bahasa teacher in the classroom like that one. And the second one is Tafsir Quran or memorizing Quran class. It should be science and also religion teacher in the classroom. Especially for teacher who is mastered in the memorizing Quran itself. And in international, there should be English, science, and mathematics teacher, no other teachers. So, and last one is the digital class. Digital class should be the teacher who is specialized in digital and also for science and religion. And for other lessons, for example, like social study, right? For example, like history or anything like that one, they will have their own base in the teacher's room, not in the classroom just like the assistant teacher. So there is some kind of, we have teacher who always moving from another class to one to another class, but there is also teacher who stay in classroom. And the job is only teaching in the classroom, not on the classroom. So they just focus in the classroom. That is the thing. Yeah.
So how is the lesson planning of the teachers? They do it daily or it's already prepared?
Yeah, for our curriculum, especially we take the curriculum mostly in international curriculum. From our curriculum, they already prepared the lesson plan itself. So we just want to apply the lesson plan that already prepared by the curriculum, right? And perhaps just do some kind of like modification based on the need of our student in classroom. So we don't have to be strict following the curriculum. We can also be flexible to see the need of our student in classroom. And every day we also have some kind of report of our teaching material, our lesson plan in a journal of learning, teaching and learning. So we make a journal every day. We have to report it to our principal every day, and to the principal and also the vice principal of curriculum. Every day we have to make it, and it can be accessed online. So it is really easy to access it. Something like that one.
So the lesson plan is already made. The teacher will just modify.
Yes. Yes, we already have it in the support by the curriculum itself. Especially for every book. Every book they have their own lesson plan provided in their own book. So we just apply what the book have told us about, and then we can also modify or be flexible with the need of our students. Okay, thank you.
Pertanyaan lagi, apakah mungkin ada siswa yang misalnya dia tidak naik kelas atau dia stay di dalam kelas gitu, kayak mungkin ada kekurangan nilai atau apa segala macam seperti itu? Silakan Bapak Ibu. Mungkin tidak naik kelas kayak gitu.
You mean like the student who stay in class perhaps because they have really low score, right? Or any kind of problem in the classroom, so they can't move to the higher level of the class, right? Yes. Okay. Before we do some kind of like report, and then we can give the report to the student, we have a really big meeting for all teachers. The first one, if we have some kind of like student who have really bad problem, right? We will consider about their score and we will consider about their attitude in classroom. So in Indonesia, especially in Umusabri, we consider both things. The first one is they are good in knowledge, especially cognitive, right? Or they are really good in attitude. Yeah. For example, we decide the student cannot go to the higher level because they have lowest score in the classroom, but the assistant teacher said that it is a really good student, good attitude, always obey our order. So we can consider that we can move to the higher level. It doesn't really matter. For example, from the first grade to the second grade, right? Something like that one. But if we have some kind of student who doesn't have a good attitude and then lower score, so the decision here, we cannot move them to the next level. If they want to go to the higher level, they have to move to other school. Yeah. So sometimes they don't want to stay because it's some kind of shame for them, right? To study again the next year with their own junior. So they have the decision to move to other class, so to other school to get the higher level. For example, like from second grade to third grade, so they choose to move without any suggestion from us. Yeah, because we don't do something like what is it? Bargaining with student who doesn't have good attitude and low score. Yeah, we will consider if they have one. For example, good score but low attitude, we can do some kind like rehabilitation. Yeah, to tell them actually you have to act in a really good attitude. But if they don't have both, we can't do anything to save them. Some kind of
You have to move.
yeah, actually we stop them in that level. So if they want to continue in the next level, they have to move to other school. Something like that.
But they are not considered failed.
Mhm.
They are not considered failed. If they move to other school, to a higher grade level.
Yeah. So it is the decision of their own new school. They want to accept the student or not, right? Because we have some kind of report. It is a student that doesn't have good attitude, the problem is just like this one and this one, so this is the decision of their new school. They want to accept the student or not. So, yeah. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, because this is almost the time, and then for our next agenda, we have some kind of like memento, yeah, and also award from the Philippines will be given to our member of foundation. Perhaps we can also take some pictures of giving that kind of souvenirs and memento from the Philippines. I will call all the members and also the principal of our foundation to come forward to give and take of the memento from the Philippines. Oke, silakan Bapak Ibu sekalian, mungkin anggota yayasan